Hi everyone! Today we're going to talk about how to post on LinkedIn and reach thousands of people without having to pay a single dollar. We've been creating content for more than 3 years on LinkedIn, and in this video we will share 6 LinkedIn algorithm tips and insights and 11 actionable content tips that you can start using today to get the maximum amount of engagement and opportunities out of LinkedIn. So my name is Nicholas from GrowForce, and we help businesses with growth marketing advice, implementation and education. So if you have a B2B company on a tight budget, or you just want to explore all the possibilities of LinkedIn, then this video is definitely for you, and I would advise you to stick till the end. We're gonna start with some algorithm tips first, because algorithm tips are super important. They really affect the total reach that you can have with your LinkedIn posts. Why is this algorithm so important? Well, LinkedIn has an algorithm that determines who see which posts. It will make sure that you only see posts that are interesting for you. So we want to make sure that the algorithm identifies our post as interesting, so it will be shown to way more people. First step to score with the algorithm is to have a lot of personal connections. Because on LinkedIn, traditionally when you post something, only the people in your first degree network will see the things that you post on LinkedIn. If these people start engaging with your content, then their network will get notified. And if they start engaging, then their network will be notified. So the bigger your first degree network, the bigger the potential of reaching a lot of people on LinkedIn. So that's a very important one. Second tip, interest relevance. So it might be that you see posts on LinkedIn that from people you've never interacted with. This is because LinkedIn can see which kind of things that interest you. Maybe you're part of some LinkedIn groups, maybe you follow some hashtags, and based on these specific interests that you have, LinkedIn will identify posts, put them in your feed so that you can see these posts that are definitely valuable and interesting for you. Third tip, engagement probability. So it will see based on things you did in the past, based on things you liked, based on things you commented. LinkedIn will try to put posts in your feed where it thinks that you will be most likely engaging with. So also interesting to think about, the LinkedIn algorithm really bases itself on the actions you do in the past. Then a thing that is very important as a content creator that you have to keep in mind is that the first 30 to 60 minutes of your content are very crucial. In this 30-60 minutes, LinkedIn will determine if this content is going to be shown to thousands of people or just a handful of people who saw your post initially. So how does this LinkedIn algorithm, how does this work in these first 60 minutes? First step, just the LinkedIn will just analyze it based on just some things that are in there. Do you use offensive words? Do you use things that LinkedIn doesn't want you to push there? It's just a very raw, mechanical analytics that they do to determine, will we show this to people? Normally your post will be clear there if you're not using a lot of offensive language or things that's not allowed on LinkedIn. Don't worry about that one. What it then will do is that it will show this piece of content to a limited amount of people. It would really test drive your content. It will show it to some people and they will see how will they engage with this content. If you get a lot of comments and likes, and the algorithm will say, okay, this is nice, this is good, we will start showing it to more people. If in these first minutes it's not really good, then LinkedIn will stop pushing it in the feed. Not a lot of more people will see it. So then LinkedIn, after these 30-60 minutes, they will analyze how did your post do. Did a lot of people like it? Did a lot of people comment on it? Or did you get some negative signals? For example, did people hide your post? Did people flag your post? And the moment that happens, your reach is also, of course, they will also limit your reach. So these first 30 to 60 minutes are very important. If at some point you reach thousands of people that are liking and commenting your post, you have a post that has the potential to go viral. And then also human editors will come in. They will analyze your post and see what is happening. Why is this going well? If you're gaming the system, doing things that are not legit, they will stop it. Immediately your reach is stopped, it will not be shown to more people. If you're doing good things, they will see that you're doing good things and they will start pushing it to even more people. So these are the 4 stages that your LinkedIn post goes through. Important to really get these things and to really know that these first 30 minutes are super important. The 5th tip that we want to give you is to post on the right time. It's important to post on a moment where you know that you will get the maximum engagement in those first 30 to 60 minutes. So really think about the moments that your audience might be online, the moments that they might check LinkedIn, they might engage with your content and like with your content. They did some research and they said that the best moments to post on LinkedIn are 8:15, 11:15, 11:15, 1:15, and 6:15. Personally, for me, my best moment to push content on LinkedIn is around noon, so between 12 and 1. This is just because of my personal experience. This is how my network reacts. So I would definitely take these numbers that you see online with a grain of salt. Definitely test drive it with your own audience, see what works for you. Numbers would suggest that for B2B brands, Wednesday would be the best solution, followed by Tuesday. For B2C brands, they would say Monday and Wednesday. But again, please test this yourself. Check how does my audience resonate with my content? When is the best moment for me to push this content on LinkedIn? The sixth tip, super important one, and actually a beginner mistake that I see a lot of people make on LinkedIn: don't include links in your posts. People want to put links to their blogs, they want to put links to their websites, but don't do that, because the LinkedIn algorithm hates it when you put links there to go to an external website. LinkedIn wants to become a content platform. They want you to produce content on the platform, stay on the platform, and don't go to any external website. So please don't include links to your post. If you want to do that, you can always put it in the link in the first comment, and then people will be able to see it, people will be able to click through, but please, please, please don't share a link in a regular LinkedIn post. That were my tips, my very simple tips to increase the way you post on LinkedIn. If you're thinking about the LinkedIn algorithm, if you're already doing these things, you will see you will have really an increase in reach. And now I'm going to give you 11 posting tips to get maximum engagement. So let's take it to the next level. All these 11 tips you see here are actually things that we tested out with our team. These are the learnings that our GrowForce team gathered, and we want to share it here with you today in this cool video. First tip, try to write in a conversational rhythm and tone. Nobody likes boring text. People don't like that. And that's something people tend to write very business-like on LinkedIn, but that's not really what works very well on LinkedIn. It's better to really try to form a conversation, try to have that conversational tone in your writing, and understand the harmony between long and short sentences. It almost has to feel like you're writing to a friend. It really needs to feel like you're writing, that you're just talking to someone. It's really, really, really important. We will here include an example of Gary Provost where he explains the importance of flow. Pause this video, read it through. It's very interesting to see how long and short sentences can be in harmony, and this is a technique that you can definitely use in LinkedIn. Second tip, use simple words. You don't have to be cute and clever, you need to be clear. Try to really be simple, write as if a 9-year-old would be able to understand it. Really be clear. Never indicate when you can show, or obtain when you can get, or eliminate when you can get rid of. It's really important to use these simple words, make it super easy for your reader to follow along and understand the things that you're saying. Third one, use the power of white space. I think if you want to post a lot of content on LinkedIn and you will put all these sentences just underneath each other, it will feel like a very heavy chunk of piece of text. So what you want is that between each sentence you will put some white space. Just a simple enter, just press the enter button 2 times on your keyboard, include some white space in there. That makes it a lot easier for your reader to read it through, it feels lighter, and definitely on mobile it will make a huge difference. Super, super important to have that white space to increase the readability. Fourth tip, when you want to write a successful LinkedIn post, always start with an attention grabber. Because if you write a long post, only the first two sentences will be shown, and then there will be the read more button. If you're not able to captivate the attention of your audience in the first 2 sentences, you're lost. So people will just scroll through and they will just go to the next LinkedIn post and they will not read what you're writing. So make sure that you have something that grabs the attention, that they are super interested, and that they just want to read the rest of the post. Tip 5, use emojis for a fluent reading experience. So we use it in 2 different ways. One, in our attention grabber, at the end we include an emoji. Why is this? This is just a simple pattern interruption. If people are scrolling through their feed and they see an emoji, they might stop for half a second, read our first 2 sentences. If they think it's interesting, press the read more button and read our entire post. So that's definitely something that works for us. The other way we use it is to use it as clever ways of bringing some extra structure within your LinkedIn posts. For example, if I use lists, like 5 things, I will put like a finger emoji that points to these 5 different things, just to add some extra structure within my LinkedIn post. 6th one, what we often do is we give away stuff on LinkedIn, and if they want to get it, they need to put a comment below my post. This is something that works very well for us because if you remember the beginning of this video, we talked about the algorithm, the importance of these first 30-60 minutes. Well, if you do this tactic, then people are gonna respond in the comments, because only if they put something in the comments, they will get the lead magnet that you have for them. So by doing this, the algorithm really identifies this post as something super valuable, and you will keep on ranking, you will keep on being displayed within the feed. So the 7th tip is to add related hashtags and tag people to increase engagement. So this is also something interesting. If people are now signing up for LinkedIn, they will be asked to select a couple of hashtags to follow. If then people are posting content within this hashtag, they will get a notification, and this will also be shown within their feed. If I now produce content with a certain hashtag, for example, hashtag LinkedIn, and then in the future someone else would make a piece of content with that hashtag that's now trending, I will also get a notification from that. So those hashtags allow you to reach people that you're not yet connected with. And at this point, I don't think that LinkedIn reached the maximum potential they have for hashtags yet. And I strongly believe that in the second part of 2020 and 2021 onwards, I think hashtags will play a bigger role than they are playing today. The 8th tip is to get personal. People on LinkedIn are also just people, and people like people. So be personal. Try to talk about stories that revolve around yourself. Try to talk about personal things. Don't always try to be a brand that no one can relate to. Be that guy that they can relate to, share personal experience, and be human on LinkedIn. Tip 9, plant your seeds. So it's important to connect with the right people. And maybe in the beginning, you will not get clients of it. But by connecting with these people, connecting with influencers, connecting with people that you look up to, connecting with those ones will allow you to make a relationship with them, to make sure that they see what you're posting, you see what they're posting, and start engaging with their content. Start commenting on their posts, liking their posts, engage with them, and you will see those seeds that you're planting now, maybe there will be nice trees in a couple of years. So really invest in that. The 10th tip is learn how to tell a story. A lot of posts on LinkedIn are super boring, but people love stories and they hate self-promotion. So if you want to become a thought leader and if you want to include some interesting things on LinkedIn that you know that people will read, then storytelling is definitely a skill that you need to master. And there are actually only 5 simple steps that you need to follow to write a story using the hero's journey framework. The first phase is the trial phase. Here you talk about a certain challenge, a problem that your hero has. Then in the second phase, you will identify the problem. So like what problems did the challenge bring? How did it affect your life? How did it affect your business? And then we will move on to the third phase. It's the guidance phase. It's the phase where your hero meets his guides. How did he realize he had this problem? How did he realize that he needed help? Who helped him? What was the reason that he could now find help? You will talk about that magical moment, the moment when he met his guide. Fourth phase is the solution phase. In this phase, he will solve his problem. The problem is now solved. How does it feel right now? What happened? How does the solution look like? How did it affect the business? And then we will round off with the transformation phase. You're another person now. Something changed in your life. You're stronger, you're more capable. So in the end of this post, you will tell about your own experiences. You will talk about what happened and how other people can do this exact same transformation to be where you are right now. And this simple thing is a framework that's also being used a lot in movies, a lot in TV series, but it just works. People love stories. So use this simple framework to write successful LinkedIn posts and you will be amazed of the power of storytelling. Then the last tip is the bonus tip, tip number 11. Try to ask for engagement. At the end you can ask like, okay, If you like this post, let me know, or I now share 10 tips. What would tip number 11 be? Ask for people to engage on your content and they might do so. So this might be a very simple thing, but it might really make a world of difference in terms of engagement rates on your LinkedIn posts. So that was it for this video about LinkedIn. I would really like you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're gonna bring a lot of these interesting videos. I'm also looking forward to read all your comments, your feedback on these videos. I really enjoyed talking about these topics to you, so please like, subscribe, let us know what you think about it. Don't forget to check the description below because we shared something very unique in there. If you like this video, you will think that is really a treasure you discovered there in the description. So thank you all for watching till the end. I will see you in the next video. I was Nicholas from Growforce and see you soon.